T.L. Johannesson with 29 points, including 2 clutch free throws at the end, is our Saxon player of the game. She's standing by with Teresa Herger.
Thanks so much, TL. I wonder if you have anything left to talk to me right now. How does this feel to be the champion and also the player of the game?
Player of the game aside, champions of the CIAU, this has been a goal of ours since 2 years ago. Started with our make to the final last year. Continued on throughout the season. We had a couple ups and downs, but we came through big time today. It was a great team effort.
Let's talk about 5.5 seconds left to go in this overtime period. You're at the free throw line. What's going through your mind?
Well, don't miss, for one thing. No, I just knew that, you know, it's the foul shot. It's on your head. If I make these 2 foul shots, that's it. We got the crown.
Yeah, you guys got off to a little bit of a slow start, but it says an awful lot about this team that you came back and you never lost your composure.
That's just Bison basketball for you. I mean, we have our little slump. We got to have it. But we come out strong second half, and we hung on, and we won the game.
Well, last year you lost to your crosstown rivals, the Winnipeg Westmen. You watched them celebrate. Today you're celebrating. How sweet does it feel?
This is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. And for the Bisons and our team, I can't even put it into words. It's amazing.
Well, congratulations to you and your teammates. You're a 1996 women's basketball champions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll let you get back to the team. Well, a more thrilling final I have never seen in my life. Let's take you back to Gord Miller.
Thanks very much, Teresa. Think back to 2 years ago. They beat the Winnipeg Westmen streak. Last year, they got to the final. Now they're the champions. For Kathy Shields and Teresa Hergert, I'm Gord Miller. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to the Manitoba Bison, and so long from Laval.
Underneath pocket. He's my trouble, that's what you do. Bye, 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 yeah. Well, summer day, oh, summer day.
CIAU Women's Basketball Championship turned out to be pretty mad in itself. The U of T versus Manitoba with a title on the line. CIAU Player of the Year, Justine Ellison getting it done early on in the first half. She hits for 3. Lady Blues by 3. Manitoba answers with their offensive weapon. T.L. Johannesson will take it coast to coast, makes the layup, Manitoba by 1. We go to the second half. Johannesson continues to work. She makes the steal, lays it up for 2. Manitoba by 3, but Ellison kept the U of T in it. Great move. She'll take it to the bucket. U of T now trails by 2. 9 seconds of the game. U of T with a chance to win it. Justine Ellison gets it to go, but time had expired. We're going to overtime. Late in overtime. Marjorie Kelly drives. She'll get a friendly roll. The Bisons by 2. From there, the game was decided from the foul line, and Manitoba won the battle. They win the national title with an 81-77 victory. It's their first national title since 1987-88. Terry Lee Johansson scored 29 points for the Bisons. Here's Teresa Hergert.
Well, last year you lost to your crosstown rivals, the Winnipeg Westmen. You watched them celebrate. Today you're celebrating. How sweet does it feel?
This is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. And for the Bisons and our team, I can't even put it into words. It's amazing.
And the top 8
are looking for a CIAU title. The Bisons face the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. St. Foy, Quebec, and here we go. It's Manitoba and White in trouble early. Varsity Blues had an opening drive of 10-0. The Bisons in trouble, but they would score their first basket here. Terry Lee Johannesson nails the deuce. 10-2 Canada trails. Later, nice passing by Manitoba. Marjorie Kelly to Stacey Ewell. Johannesson would put it in off the glass. Second half, it's Terry Lee Johannesson going right down Main Street. This gave the Bisons an 8-point lead. She had 22 points at this point, 49-41 Bisons. Later, Glenda Clark helping out off the bench. She would hit the long-distance deuce, 55-50 Manitoba in front. This is where it becomes interesting. U of T would take the lead. Liz Hart cuts in and gets 2 late in the game now. Manitoba trailing by 1. Victoria Neufeld, she would go 1 for 2 at the line. That would tie the game. We would go to the final in overtime. It's Manitoba Bison defeating the University of Toronto a final 81-77. Terry Lee Johannesson was the most valuable player of the tournament. Victoria Neufeld, the tournament all-star. Great day for Manitoba.
Good for them. That's fantastic. U of M's always been such an underdog to the U of W, too. It's nice to see them turn it around.
And it was their first championship since 1988. So good for
fantastic. All right.
Today, as the University of Manitoba Bisons met the Toronto Varsity Blues, the Bisons fell behind 10-0 before Terry Lee Johannesson and the Bisons got the ball rolling. The Herd took the lead before halftime. Marjorie Kelly sinks this one for a 36-35 advantage at the break. This one would come right down to the wire. Vicki Neufeld made the last-second free throw to tie it at 68, but she misses the potential game winner, giving Toronto one last shot. But after a mad dash down court, the ball goes in after the buzzer, and we go to overtime. Kelly clinches the game for the Bisons with this basket as another team from Manitoba goes on to a national championship. The final was 81-77 in overtime. These are just a few of the stories we're working on for Sports Sunday coming up at 11:30. Join us then for your complete sports wrap-up, including more on the Jets' loss tonight.
Bisons claim their second straight national men's volleyball title. Today, the women's basketball team were trying to earn a little respect for themselves as they took on Toronto in the CIAU final. Now, keep in mind, the Lady Bisons have been living in the shadow of the Lady Westmen for the past 3 years. So there was a little added incentive for the Herd as they took to the court in Laval, Quebec. And like the Brier, this game would be a real barn burner. Toronto get off to a quick start, but the Bisons would chip away. Here, Marjorie Kelly spots Vicki Neufeld in the paint. That would cut the Blues' lead to 6. Bisons would take a 1-point lead into the second. Then they turn it up a bit. Nice touch here by Glenda Clark to make the score 53-45 for Manitoba. Toronto continues to press, but then watch this nice baseline jumper from T.L. Johannesson. Bisons now lead by 5. Then the Blues will take the lead late into the half as Liz Hart makes a nice move to free herself up. She then drains the deuce. T.O. lead by 1. Manitoba come back to tie, though, and we are off to overtime. And in the extra frame, watch the work by Vicki Neufeld underneath the rim. That makes the score 77-all. Then in the dying moments, T.L. Johannesson will put the game out of reach at the free throw line. The Bisons have another banner to hang on the gymnasium wall as the women's basketball team win in extra time.
In Curry time, they step out of the shadow of the U of W and into the spotlight at the CIAU Women's Basketball Championships. The celebration is on deck. Banner will reside in this province for a 4th straight year. After living in the shadow of the U of W for the last 3 seasons, the Lady Bisons made a statement of their own today, beating Toronto in a nail-biter in Quebec City. Colleen Dufresne's club, though, looked a little jittery in the early going. In fact, the Bisons got off to a very shaky start. They quickly fell behind 10-0 to the Varsity Blues, but they would settle down thanks to tournament MVP Terry Lee Johannesson, who does a nice job finishing off the fast break here to cut the deficit to a half dozen. And the Herd would take the lead before halftime. This Marjorie Kelly bucket off the turnover gave them a 1-point 36-35 advantage at the break. And this game would come right down to the wire. Vicki Neufeld, a tournament all-star, made the last-second free throw that tied at 68, but she missed the potential game winner, and that gave Toronto one last shot in regulation. But after this mad dash down court with the clock ticking, they ran out of time. Well, they do not beat the buzzer. A good but gutsy call by the ref, and no basket on to overtime. The seesaw frame was decided on this basket. Kelly gets the shooter's roll. A couple of free throws later, and the Bisons celebrate a much-deserved and long-awaited national title. Bisons win it by 4. They had the bronze 2 years ago, a silver last. Now they finally capture the gold. And it was a big day all around at the U of M. The Bison men pulled off a three-peat at the CIAU Track and Field Championships in Windsor, the school's 7th title in 9 years.
Blues lead Manitoba by 3, but Manitoba answers with their own offensive weapon. T.L. Johannesson takes it coast to coast, makes the layup, Manitoba by 1. Second half, Johannesson continues to go to work. She makes the steal, then lays it in for 2. Manitoba by 3, but Ellison kept the U of T in it. Great move. She'll take it to the bucket. U of T trails by 2. Now we go to the dying seconds of the game. U of T with a chance to win it. Justine Ellison gets it to go, but time had just expired. We go to overtime and late in OT. Marjorie Kelly drives. She get a friendly roll. Bisons by 2. From there, the game was decided from the foul line, and Manitoba won the battle. They win the national title with an 81-77 victory. This is Manitoba's first national title since 1987-88. Here's Teresa Hergert.
Well, last year you lost to your crosstown rivals, the Winnipeg Westmen. You watched them celebrate. Today you're celebrating. How sweet does it feel?
This is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. And for the Bisons and our team, I can't even put it into words. It's amazing.
And the top 8 teams have been announced for the CIAU.
This basket by Marjorie Kelly helps Manitoba beat U of T 81-77.
Returned after capturing the CIAU basketball championship for women. They beat the University of Toronto. According to the woman who won it on late foul shot, it completes a 3-year dream.
Basically, there wasn't much left for us to do this year but bring back the gold. And, I mean, that's always what we wanted. Last year, we were disappointed with the silver, but it was the Westmen's year. And we're glad, though, this year we could get the gold.
Here's how the Bison won the title. T.L. Johannesson hot throughout there with the outside jumper for a 5-point lead. But late in the second half, Blues erase a 10-point deficit, take the lead on the bucket by Liz Hart. Then the Bisons will tie late and send it to overtime where Vicky Neufeld will score, and that will make it 77-all. In the dying seconds, Johannesson will win it from the free throw line. The Bisons exercise the ghosts of the Lady Westmen and bring another championship home to the Fort Garry campus. Well, it was a...
Go on to win it, 81-77.
I don't know if you guys can see my face, but I was like praying for that shot to go in. I'm like, go in, please, please go in. And I don't know. Oh, I was worried.
Did it feel as good as you thought it would?
Yeah, it felt better than I thought it would feel. It's just been so rough the last couple of years being behind Winnipeg, and it's just great that we could bring the trophy back home again. They brought it home the last 3 years, and now it's our turn.
Bombers lost all-purpose receiver and punt returner Alan Boyd.
A little more celebration today.
Yes.
Absolutely, another championship. I wonder what the rest of the country is celebrating. The University of Manitoba made it 2 for 2 in national championships for this province. The Bison women's basketball team proved to be third-time lucky in finally completing their quest to win the CIAU title.
Finally. No other word describes it better. After spending the last few years in the shadow of the Winnipeg Westmen, the Manitoba Bison women's basketball team is now #1.
It's a relief. It was actually quite strange not having them at Nationals. Like, where's the Westmen? It was nice, though. We had a great time.
A great time with a lot of hard work. Vicky Neufeld went to the line with a chance to win it in regulation. No pressure at all.
It's just another foul shot. Just go up there and put it in. So, first one went down for me. The next one, I don't know what happened.
Overtime happened, increasing an already intense championship final to a nail-biter. One that ended with this rim roller that stopped a few hearts.
I don't know if you guys can see my face, but I was like praying for that shot to go in. I'm like, oh.
Cycle. 2 years ago, the Bisons won bronze at the Nationals. Last year, they ended with silver, and fittingly so, this season they claimed the big prize.
That was just a team goal. We gone, and you know, there was such a domination of them this year. So I mean, and we knew that we could do it. We had the talent and the ability, and we did it.
This basketball team officially expelled the shadow cast by the Winnipeg Westmen women by winning top honors at the national final.
Well, you can ice it with this one.
That's right. If she misses, Toronto's got a chance to make a 3.
She makes 4-point lead.
They are college's hard luck kids, capable of winning for 3 years. Finally winning gold.
Shot off the glass, and the Manitoba Bison in overtime win the CIAU Women's Basketball Championship.
As consistent as their climb to the top, the Manitoba Lady Bisons are equally adept at being overshadowed. While they celebrate on a national championship, this province was captivated by the final ends.
Bronze, silver, gold. I mean, we knew that was the last step to take, and we weren't going to be satisfied with just the silver.
Yesterday's championship game every bit as exciting as its curling counterpart. Lead changes, overtime, plenty of tense moments, finishing with the title, all of which their leader visioned months ago.
I don't think any of the girls or myself will be satisfied without a national championship. We were second last year, third the year before. Progressively, we're going to be first this year.
Today, carrying the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Carrie Lees was the voice of a champion.
Yeah, it felt better than I thought it would feel. It's just been so rough the last couple of years being behind Winnipeg, and it's just great that we could bring the trophy back home again.
It should be pointed out, winning possession of the Bronze Baby took everything Manitoba had, overcoming a 10-point first-quarter deficit to force overtime. In fact, the deadlock wasn't broken until Marjorie Kelly's seeing-eye jump shot found the net with 30 seconds left.
I don't know if you guys can see my face, but I was like praying for that shot to go in. I'm like, go in, please, please go in. And I don't know. Oh, I was worried, but it just kind of swayed in.
But most importantly, the championship allows Manitoba to trade in some extra baggage. The title means getting rid of the Westman Demons.
You can say that, but I mean, we wanted to prove ourselves, and I mean, we beat the best teams out there in the tournament, and we proved ourselves that we can play this game.
They certainly did that. The rebuilding for a second straight Manitoba title has already started. Bison head coach Colleen Dufresne was noticeably absent when the team arrived here in Winnipeg, deciding to remain in Quebec and do some recruiting.
4 straight national championships for this province. If you put it with Winnipeg, so we are dominating that scene, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's been a great year for Manitoba, too.
Coming up next on
beating Toronto in overtime. Boy, this guy's saying everything I am. It's the 4th straight year that the title has been won by a local team. The U of W before them. The U of M men's track team captured their nationals for the 3rd consecutive year.
CKY and Winnipeg International Airport.
That escalator got a workout today.
And so did that poor man playing the bagpipes there. He must have been exhausted by the end of the day.
There's some great local talent in this province. For the 4th straight year, the CIAU women's basketball banner will reside in Winnipeg, only this time it's going to Fort Garry, not downtown. Darren Drager has more on the homecoming queens from the U of M.
Finally, no other word describes it better. After spending the last few years in the shadow of the Winnipeg Westmen, the Manitoba Bison women's basketball team is now number 1.
It's a relief. It was actually quite strange not having them at Nationals. Like, where's the Westmen? It was nice, though. We had a great time.
A great time with a lot of hard work. Vicki Neufeld went to the line with a chance to win it in regulation. No pressure at all.
It's just another foul shot. Just go up there and put it in. So first one went down for me. The next one, I don't know what happened.
Overtime happened, increasing an already intense championship final to a nail-biter. One that ended with this rim roller that stopped a few hearts.
I don't know if you guys can see my face, but I was like praying for that shot to go in. I'm like, go in, please, please go in. And I don't know. Oh, I was worried, but it just kind of swayed in.
Swayed in for the win to complete an amazing cycle. 2 years ago, the Bisons won bronze at the Nationals. Last year, they ended with silver, and fittingly so, this season they claimed the big prize.
That was just the team goal. We had to have that confidence, and I mean, this year it was anybody's trophy with the Westmen gone, and you know, there was such a domination of them this year. So I mean, and we knew that we could do it. We had the talent, the ability, and we did it.
The Bombers appear well prepared to return.
Systems with an overtime win against Scarborough. A steady parade of champions at Winnipeg International Airport today. The Manitoba Bisons arriving home with their CIAU basketball title just an hour after Brier champion Jeff Stoughton. The Bisons' victory extending the Manitoba domination of women's university basketball. The Blues held a 10-0 lead early in the championship game, but the Bisons would come back, holding a 1-point advantage at the half. Terry Lee Johansson was out most of the second half in foul trouble, but she hits her first shot off the bench, helping to send the game into overtime. The tension written on everyone's face. The Blues leading by 4 with 2 minutes left in overtime. Once again, Terry Lee Johansson sheds the pressure, goes to the foul line, and seals the win with 5 seconds to play. The Blues miss in desperation, and the buzzer sounds an 81-77 Bisons come from behind win in overtime, succeeding a 3-year reign by the Westmen.
This year it was anybody's trophy with the Westmen gone, and you know, there was such a domination of them this year. So I mean, and we knew that we could do it. We had the talent, the ability, and we did it. Hi, Dad.
On the track, the